nerds, welcome to JerAwards. Today, we're going to recap Season 2 of Supernatural. If you're new here and unfamiliar with the recaps, I'm just going to talk about some bits of the show, and then we're going to get into the Season 2 JerAwards for Supernatural. No reaction for the episodes today. Tomorrow is Sunday, so you won't have nothing there either, but Monday will be Season 3, Episode 1, just so you know. So that's how this is going to play out. If you're new to the channel in general, you can feel free to subscribe for daily content. If there's a day, there's a reaction, some sort of video. There will be links in the description box down below for the Patreon, the Twitch stream, and everything in between. All 44 episodes of Supernatural, both here on, that we've watched so far, on YouTube and are on Patreon. And really, without further ado, Season 2 was fun. I'm still indecisive if I like Season 1 or Season 2 more. Season 2 also feels like there are some really good episodes, right? Some really important and crucial episodes, like 5 in there, and then a bunch of shit sprinkled in that have minor underlying details that help progress the overarching story while just going case to case. Kind of much like Lucifer did. I feel like this season, excuse you, computer, this season, I can't remember if Season 1 played out this much, but I feel like Season 1 flowed together a little bit better than Season 2, but then again, sometimes in Season 2 it flowed better, so I'm indecisive about which season I like better. But I will tell you guys, overall, in Season 2, starts off right where Season 1 ended, with the car wreck. Dean is on death's door. Again, basically. He's on death's door. And he thinks he wakes up in the hospital, but really he's like in a purgatory type deal. He's in between. His dad's making a recovery, Sam's making a recovery, and John Winchester ends up making a deal with a demon. And pretty much the yellow-eyed demon himself makes a deal, gives him the cult and his life. He thought all he had to do was give up the cult. But hey, man, sweeten the deal. So he gives up his life as well to save Dean's life. And I'm going to go ahead and say this. You may get mad with me, and that's okay. John Winchester has the most anticlimactic death I've ever seen in a show in my life. I feel like I should have cared, and I don't. I still don't. Like, I care for the boys, but, like, he just kind of came and went. That was just kind of the end of it. So that was old Johnny Boy, and I really didn't think he was dead, and they burned his body in the next episode or two, whatever it was. And then they go case to case to case, and the cult's gone, the yellow-eyed demon's gone, but we get more information about Sam and his powers, and Sam runs into some other people who have powers like him, but not following the same pattern of, like, the cradle being burned and everything like that, or the house being burned down. We meet Andy, we meet Ava, and I don't know if Max was in this one or not. I can't remember. But we meet some peeps who also have brain powers, and which is pretty cool. So Dean's alive, Sam's alive. They're all going through the thing. They run into a whole bunch of homies. There's a couple really good episodes thrown in here. One of the demons, you know, there's a test in the Croatoans, and Dean, or I'm sorry, Sam's immune to whatever's going on. I don't think that ever played out properly. I don't know, that felt a little weird. There's some love in here meeting Madison, and she's a werewolf, and there's Linda Blair, and there's a lot of things just going on, and it really doesn't culminate until towards the latter half of the season, where we find out that you know, we make a deal at Crossroads. That was very important. A pseudo deal to save somebody's life. Dean kind of swindles his way in that, and then Dean, who thinks he should be dead this entire time, ends up making a deal later in the season. Before I say that, Sam and Ava and Andy, these other supernatural beings, these people with brain powers that had demon blood dripped onto their lips when they were babies, they all meet up in South Dakota against their will, and the demon tells them only one of you can get out of here alive, and he wants Sam to get out alive. It turns out Jake is the one that leaves, another character we meet, who's also the same person that plays Hawkman. Hawkeye. No, Hawkman. In Black Adam, which is pretty cool. I didn't know that. His acting skills have surpassed what it was here. And we also get the girl Nyla from The 100 playing Lily. All those kids, they all end up dying. Jake is the ultimate survivor as he stabs Sam in the back. Sam not able to kill Jake, but he stabs Sam in the back and kills him in the process. And he has to make a deal. Dean does. Goes to the crossroad, makes another deal. This time, 1 year of his life. He gets to live one more year as long as Sam comes back. That's the deal they make. Colt turns out to end up being a key to a Hellgate. Jake opens the Hellgate for the Yellow-Eyed Demon to give him his army. Bing, bam, bop. John Winchester breaks out, puts him in a bear hug, the yellow-eyed demon. They get the Colt back. It has one bullet still left in it. Boom. Dean pulls the trigger, kills the yellow-eyed demon. Jeffrey Dean Morgan says nothing. And it just kind of ends with Sam and Dean having the conversation about him having 1 year left of his life while Sammy gets to keep on keeping on. I think all of season 3 will be the 1 year remaining of Dean's life. They could stretch that into a couple seasons, maybe even the 5th season. Definitely not going to be the next 13 seasons, right? 13 seasons, why? But that's going to be a crucial part. And I'm very curious how Dean swindles his way out of that, if he does. But all in all, that's really just season 2. John Winchester, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, most anticlimactic death I think I've ever seen in a show. And yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. I enjoyed it. It just could have been better. So with that out of the way, let's get into the season 2 JerAwards. We had a lot of nominees kipping up here. In favorite scene, Sam breaking out of the Ouija board in season 2, episode 1. From 2-3, Dean and Gordon's fight, along with Lenore refusing human blood, the vampire. From season 2, episode 4, Dean apologizing for how he's been acting to Sam. For season 2, episode 10, Ava and Sam's entire interaction. From season 2, episode 11, Sam saving Tyler. From season 2, episode 12, Ronald talking about the mandroid. Also, the shapeshifter fake out. From season 2, episode 13, Dean telling Sam he thinks he saw God's will. From 2:14, Bobby using holy water beer on Sam. From season 2, episode 16, the Sixth Sense twist reveal. From season 2, episode 17, Sam getting hooked on Madison's show. And from 2:20, Dean seeing his mom. Those were what I thought were my favorite scenes. You guys could obviously have your own. My overall favorite scene was the Sixth Sense twist with Charlotte Richards. I almost said Charlotte Flair. That's a wrestler. Charlotte Richards, the fake out. She was dead the whole time. Loved everything about it. Really caught me off guard, and I love when shows can get me. Most heartbreaking scene. I got a lot of shit here. From season 2, episode 1, Sam telling Dean he wasn't all right and knowing he wasn't all right as well. From 2:2, Dean beating up his car. From 2:13, Dean telling Gordon he wasn't all right. From season 2, episode 4, Dean telling Sam he's the reason that their dad is dead. From 2:6, Ellen telling Joe who told the boys what happened to her father. From 2:10, Dean telling Sam what their dad told him. From 2:13, Sam seeing it was a spirit and not an angel. From 2:14, Sam telling Joel the truth about her father. From 2:16, Molly realizing she's dead. From 2:17, Madison's entire death scene. From 2:20, Dean realizing his wish came true. From 2:21, the roadhouse being burned down. As well, Andy's death. And from 2:22, both Dean pushing Bobby and Sam learning the truth of Dean's deal. My most heartbreaking scene, it didn't really hit until after I was done, like recording it, because I was trying to be light about it, was Madison's entire death scene, because we get to see Sam go to a really dark place and his tears pouring down his face, and Dean having just a single driplet of a tear coming down. And, you know, some parallels there for some things Dean may have to do, but Dean just witnessing that moment and Sam's immediate connection with Madison, and there could have been something there. They ended up macking up and smashing up and having a little bit of the old hanky-panky. Here's my thing, though. They shot that girl in the face. What'd they do with the body? Did they bury it? Did they burn it? Is that going to come up in a later season? That's my most heartbreaking. Funniest scene from season 2, episode 4. It's your grief counselors. We're here to hug. From 2:5, Andy taking Dean's car. Also from 2:5, these are not the droids you're looking for. From 2:7, Dead Claire trying to talk. From 2:12, anything with Ronald. From 2:14, Demon Sam jumping out that window. From 2:15, Bobby telling the boys to get their heads out of their asses. From 2:16, whoops, as Dean shooting Jonah with the rock salt. I have to say that my winner is season 2, episode 5, Andy taking Dean's car and say, hey man, nice car, can I have it? And Dean being like, sure, buddy, and just getting out of the car. That was top tier for me. Favorite kiss. Boy, I didn't think there was going to be a lot of kisses till this shit ended up wrapping up. From 2:4, Neil and Angela, who I can't even remember who the fuck that is off the top of my head. From 2:17, Sam and Madison. From 2:20, Sam and Jessica, as well as Dean and Carmen. And your winner is Sam and Madison's kiss, because I enjoyed those two. Sam and Jessica, that's just a flashback or alternate reality multiverse sequence. Dean and Carmen, I thought about giving it to, but overall, Sam and Madison had my favorite little. Favorite kill? From season 2, episode 3, Dean killing Conrad. From 2:4, Angela killing Neil. From 2:4, Dean stabbing Angela. From 2.5, Andy killing Ansem. From 2.20, Dean killing the Jinn/Genie. From 2.21, Jake killing Ava. From 2.22, Sam killing Jake. Or from 2.22, and I'll just go ahead and say it's your winner, it's Dean killing the yellow-eyed demon. And I wish this was a little bit better. It reminds me of the whole Voldemort sequence from the last Harry Potter movie. There needed to be more. When Jeffrey Dean Morgan turned cold stare and shot that fucking vampire right between his fucking eyelids, and how time slowed down for a second, all these spirits and shit, and the light was changing, it was pretty dramatic. I think somethsomething more should have happened to the yellow-eyed demon, because that's what they were doing their whole lives, was searching this guy. Was trying to put this guy down, the one responsible for the death of Mary. There should have been more to that scene. You could have added some extra effects. It didn't need explaining. It's pretty clear cut and dry for me, though. It just could have been better. Again, but it was my favorite kill, though. Favorite quote, this one is one and done from season 2, episode 15. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. That's it. That was from Sam in season 2, episode 15. Favorite case? I don't have many. Okay, I don't have a lot going on here. I have 2 nominees. These were the 2 I really enjoyed case-wise. From season 2, episode 5, The Psychic Twins. But your winner is season 2, episode 16, and that's The Haunted Highway, which leads back to Charlotte Richards and the Sixth Sense type reveal that she was dead the entire time. That is my favorite case the boys went on. As for favorite monster, season 2, episode 1, your first nominee is Reaper, just the Reaper. From season 2, episode 3, Vampires. From 2.20, the Jinn. There's a lot of other different monsters, a lot of reoccurring things, which isn't a bad thing. But my favorite monster ended up being the Jinn, the Genie from 2.20. I think it had the biggest effect. It really fucked with Dean, and I just really enjoyed that being the monster. I thought about putting the Trickster/Loki on here, but I don't know. It just wasn't. It's not really a monster. Like, he killed some people, he got dealt with. I don't know. It just had a different vibe for me. So, yeah. Favorite friendship is Sam and Dean. Winner. Back-to-back winners, if you will. Favorite ship? Your nominees: Sam and Madison, Sam and Jessica, or Dean and Carmen. I went ahead and gave it to Sam and Madison. I enjoyed them a lot. I really did. Least favorite character was Detective Peter, the one that was with Linda Blair. I didn't like him. Most underrated character goes to Ash. Favorite character overall is rough to do because we don't have that many repeating characters. Your nominees are Sam, Dean, Bobby, Andy, Ronald Resnick, the FBI agent Victor Henriksen, and Loki the Trickster. I really enjoyed those peeps. Picking between the brothers is kind of rough because I'll probably get to the same point I got to with the Vampire Diaries where I can't pick between the two. I can't pick between Stefan and Damon. That's just not realistic for me. We did go with Sam in the last one because there wasn't that many reoccurring characters. But I am going to give it to Dean this season as my favorite character. Bobby is a very, very, very close second. Bobby almost got most underrated character. But I went and gave it to Ash because of how crucial he was in some instances. I still think Bobby could take that position. Ash, also fairly entertaining. I do think Bobby's a better character than Ash, but Ash got then some crucial information early on. So favorite character for season 2 is Bobby and then Dean. Right there. Nothing against Sam. I felt a little more for Dean this time around than I did in the first season when I was 100% agreeing with Sam with most things. I still agree with Sam in most situations, but Dean hits a little different. I could see the things he's been through, and I see some of his emotional growth, and I'm very curious about his character. I want to know more about him, basically. I just realized I didn't edit in the favorite episode, and for that, I apologize. In case you're curious what the favorite episode was, I had a bunch of nominees. I had episode 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, and 22. A lot of episodes from season 2 were nominated for favorite episode. I just skipped right over it. The winner was episode 12, Night Shifter. Them being out in the bank and the shapeshifter coming back in. I liked Resnick. I liked that whole vibe, the changing of the shapeshifter over and over. Dean being in the scope again for his past crimes, coming back around. Everything about that episode I really liked. I know a lot of you guys really loved episode 20, and for understandable reasons. 21 and 22 were both also really good. Even the prison was good. Those episodes right here: 12 Night Shifter, 16 Roadkill, 17 Heart, 19 Folsom Prison Blues, 20 What Is and What Should Never Be, and then All Hell Breaks Loose 1 and 2, 21 and 22 respectively. Those were all really good. So was Simon Said, episode 5. All of those were amazing episodes. But for me personally, episode 12 stood out to me the most. Roadkill was almost right there, but I could tell at some points I wasn't as invested until the end, until the twist happened. 17, I didn't grasp the weight of it until after I like hit stop recording. And then I went back to get my thumbnail and I was like, holy shit, this was really, really heavy. Because I was just trying to make light of everything that was going on. And then the rest of the episodes were just really fun. So 12 Night Shifter ended up being my favorite episode for season 2 of Supernatural. Anyways, back to whatever part I'm going to wedge this between. All right. When it comes down to it, season rankings, season names, if you need a refresher, season 1 was named 2.5 Men. Season 2 I've entitled Deal or No Deal. And this is the deals when it comes with John making his deal to save Dean and Dean with his deal to save Sam. Finale rankings, or finale names. Season 1 finale was The Exorcist. Season 2's finale is A Deal with the Devil, and that's Dean making his deal to save Sam's life. So those two go kind of hand in hand. I don't really know yet still, like, what I like more when it comes to season names and stuff, or like season rankings. I don't know if I like season 1 more. I don't know if I like season 2 more. I'm still debating. I think I like season 1's finale more, but overall the season, I have no clue. So that's just what I got going on there. That's your season names. Can't really give you the rankings yet because I don't know. I have to spend a night on it. But the biggest portion of this we're going to get into is our... I had to take a sip of water. I choked there for a second. Is our in memoriam, in loving memory for the following. The hospital girl, a.k.a. the hospital girl that died. The Reaper, which kind of sort of died a little bit. I'm not quite sure. John Winchester. Nora's parents. Evan's parents. The evil clown. Christina Flanagan. Conrad. Angela ×2. Matt. Neil. Dr. Jennings. Holly. Weber /Ansem. Katie Burns. Anthony Giles. Karen Giles. Claire Becker. Detective Peter. Robert Johnson. Sean. Sylvia. Scott Carey. Ava's fiance Brady. Larry. Mr. Witherspoon. Maggie. Rose. Juan. The bank teller. Samson. Ronald Resnick. Father George. Carl. Frank. Steve Wendell. Professor Cox. Jonna Greenlee. Marion Greenlee. Molly. McNamara. Nate. Kurt. Glenn. Madison. The character Frank Jaffe. Just the character himself. Brad. Jay. Walter. The monitor guard. Glockner. Lucas. Tiny. Ash. Lily. Andy. Ava. Jake. And the Yellow-Eyed Demon. Rest in peace. Rest in dirt. Whatever you want to class all those people under. And that is a wrap there for our in memoriam to those people. And all in all I got to say, season 2 is a great season. I'm looking forward to season 3. Again, I imagine they'll kind of like go out there and talk about that last year of Dean's life. I want to see if he swindles his way out of it. Maybe spends time in hell. I don't quite know, but I am looking forward to a lot of the goodness that is to come. We have 2 seasons down, my friends. 2 full seasons. And with that, 22 episodes in season 1, 22 episodes in season 2. We have 16 episodes coming up in season 3 before we get back to the 22 episode thing, before we switch over to the 23 episodes and then wrap up with the last 2 seasons being 20 episodes. 2 seasons down, 13 seasons to go, 44 episodes watched, 283 episodes left. This time next year, we should be wrapping up the final season of Supernatural. No video tomorrow, tribute reaction, stuff like that, Vox Machina maybe. And then Monday will be season 3, episode 1. I'll see you there. Links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.